But if we link it back fully to the start again, just one more time. So how do you define a fulfilling life? And it all stemmed from, listening to the drill. Do
Mm.
you think those? Do you think those rappers? We don't know yet, but do you think those rappers will hit an age and then they'll just completely stop? Like for example, we've seen Drake. He still goes to parties and stuff, but do you think there's an age? Do you think it's like an age thing where they hit an age and they sort of say, "Oh, what's the point of this?" and they stop? Or do you think that whole lifestyle has just consumed them and it's an
I don't
endless
think
cycle?
necessarily. You see, I think you see some artists. So there's like more mature artists in the field. Like I feel like people like. So if you think about someone like Gigs, right?
Yep.
Been in the grime game for like a long time. I feel like nowadays he's a lot more appreciative of the art and that what that means to him. Like obviously it means a lot to him, otherwise he wouldn't still be in the game.
Yep.
But I just like from what you can tell, like he's just less about that party lifestyle now and more about other things. He just places value in other things. If you look at a lot of his like newer songs or whatever, or like stuff like the talks, like interviews or whatever, I feel like just yeah, and I think that's true with a lot of other people as well. You can come out of the lifestyle, the other side, and like completely change your perspective. Like, I don't think they're gonna just give up the whole thing, but they might give up the party lifestyle. They might be like, I think there's a point, it's like uni. You get to the end of it, you're like, okay, that was fun, but now it's time to get serious. I think the same thing would happen.
It's almost like maturity. Like you get,
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. You're going for it's that passage between like being a teenager and being an adult. You come out the other side and you're like fully got.
yeah. But at the same time, you said so. You gave us an example with Gigs. Gigs isn't he over 30 as well?
Yeah.
So it's almost like it is. There must be an age thing, right?
Well, yeah, no, of course it is.
Okay. But then
You know, with age, generally the general trend, because there's outliers, but generally with age comes maturity.
so do you think that is it the maturity that stops that party life? Is it literally
Yeah,
just becoming mature and you're
yeah,
like, right, what's the point of this?
yeah.
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 Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how it would be anything else. Like it's the same thing coming out of uni. You're
No, I
like,
think you're right. Yeah, I think it is
you know,
maturity. Yeah.
it's not feasible to do this. I need to get a job. I need an income. I need a place. Maturity. It's just sort of like realizing that you can't sort of mess around and do what you want all the time. That's the whole point. I think that's maturity in a nutshell. Taking responsibility.
Yeah, it's the best word. Taking responsibility of your life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and being responsible for yourself
Yeah.
entirely. Yeah, instead of just depending on someone else. Like, because there's still students, there's still people who need to get there. But I know people who go through weeks and weeks and party, spend X amount on drink, come home, order new shoes, whatever. You know what I mean? Like people they're just buying all this shit, even though they're a student, and then they've still not sort of like quite clicked with it because they go back to mum and dad and they ask for more money.
Mm.
And like, and I'm not trying to like get on my high horse.
No, no,
I'm just
no.
trying to
But
I'm just trying to give I'm just trying to give an example.
yeah,
But like personally, that sort of thing would like now. That's something I feel like I've matured a lot as a person over the last couple of years, especially.
yeah.
Like in first year, I think I was still quite immature, but second, like, especially now, like coming towards the end of my third year of uni, I think it's just sort of like,
Hit you a little bit.
yeah, like I would never sort of do that kind of thing because I'm like,
I
nah,
completely.
I
Yeah,
want to
yeah. I
be
agree.
responsible for I want to be responsible for my own mistakes. You want to own your own mistake, and
Accountability. Yeah.
I'd rather make a mistake and sort of like put my hands up and deal with it myself than be like, okay, let's go back to mum and dad and try and get some help and just get bailed out of it and learn nothing from it.
Yeah. I mean, you learn that mum and dad are
That's
still there.
that's the that's the thing. That's the whole. I think that's just the important aspect because obviously your parents are kind of like your main link of people to rely on,
yeah.
and then obviously if you're becoming mature, you're relying on yourself and you're becoming self-sufficient and being responsible for yourself. So you kind of got to like cut them off in a way.
It's like the bird leaving the nest. Like